Welcome to Valuable Coins All World, the place where history meets treasure. Here, every coin tells a story, from the oldest United States classics that shaped our past to the newest rare discoveries that amaze collectors today. If you love the thrill of uncovering hidden value, exploring the beauty of design, and learning the secrets behind coins worth fortunes, then you're in the right place. Join us as we dive deep into the world of rare U.S. coins, both old and new, and reveal the fascinating details that make them priceless. Top 1. The Washington quarter has carried the legacy of American history since 1932, but over the years it has transformed into something more than just currency. With the launch of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, each coin became a tribute to the nation's most treasured parks and historic landmarks. Among these remarkable designs, the Harper's Ferry Quarter of 2016 stands out as one of the most captivating. This coin is not just a piece of metal. It is a symbol of a place where history was shaped, battles were fought, and ideas of freedom echoed through time. Harper's Ferry, located in West Virginia, is a site forever etched into the American story, and the 2016 quarter honors that legacy. The obverse of the coin features the familiar profile of George Washington, a design that has remained the heart of the quarter since John Flanagan first created it. Washington's strong portrait reminds us of leadership and perseverance, values that connect to the deeper history behind Harper's Ferry itself. The reverse, however, is where the coin reveals its story. The design shows John Brown's fort, the small brick firehouse that became the scene of a pivotal event in American history. In 1859, abolitionist John Brown led a raid on the Federal Armory in Harper's Ferry, hoping to spark a movement against slavery. Although the raid did not succeed, its impact shook the nation. It became a defining moment that pushed the country closer to the Civil War. The inclusion of John Brown's fort on the quarter is more than a design. It is a reminder of struggle, courage, and sacrifice. The coin also bears the inscriptions Harper's Ferry, West Virginia, E pluribus unum, and the year 2016, each word connecting the design to its place and time in American coinage. Together, these details turn a simple quarter into a storytelling treasure. Collectors were immediately drawn to this issue. It was not only part of a celebrated series, but also a coin that carried deep historical weight. For those who love American history as much as numismatics, the Harper's Ferry quarter became an instant favorite. Millions were struck by both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, making them widely available in circulation. Yet, as with all coins, not all are created equal. Many were scratched, worn, or damaged in daily use, but some remained in perfect condition, preserved by chance or by collectors' foresight. It is those pristine examples, graded and certified at the highest levels, that today command the greatest attention. When a Harper's Ferry quarter is flawless, the sharp lines of the fort, the windows of the building, and the fine brickwork stand out with remarkable clarity. In addition to standard circulation strikes, the U.S. Mint also released collector versions, including proof and silver-proof editions. These coins, with mirror-like backgrounds and frosted details, showcase the Harper's Ferry design in its most stunning form. Error coins from this issue have also surfaced, sparking excitement among numismatists. A double die strike, an off-center strike, or other unusual variations can transform this historic quarter into a unique rarity worth far more than face value. Each time one of these rare examples appears at auction, bidding is fierce. Collectors recognize the combination of history, rarity, and artistry in the Harper's Ferry quarter, and they are eager to secure one for their collections. The Harper's Ferry site itself adds to the coin's importance. Today, it is preserved as Harper's Ferry National Historical Park, drawing visitors from around the world. People come to walk the same streets where history unfolded, and now they can hold that memory in their hands through this quarter. The motto, E pluribus unum, takes on special meaning with this design. From many, 1. A reflection of the struggles and sacrifices that eventually led to a more unified nation, even through times of division and conflict. This coin is not only admired for its design, but also for the story it represents. It reminds collectors and historians alike of how deeply intertwined money and history can be, and how even the smallest coin can carry great meaning. For many coin enthusiasts, The Harper's Ferry Quarter is one of the highlights of the America the Beautiful series. It represents both the power of place and the enduring value of memory. The Philadelphia and Denver mint marks add another level of collectability. Some collectors seek to own both versions, and others aim to complete entire sets of All America the Beautiful quarters, with Harper's Ferry being a key piece. Silver-proof versions are especially admired, not only for their rarity, but for the way the precious metal enhances the design. When struck in silver, John Brown's fort shines with a brilliance that ordinary circulation strikes cannot match. Even though the Harper's Ferry Quarter is modern, it has quickly gained recognition among serious collectors. It challenges the old belief that only antique coins can be valuable, proving that history and artistry give modern issues their own worth. Every time someone discovers one of these quarters in their change, they hold more than just 25 cents. They hold a story of struggle, resistance, and resilience. For those who understand its history, that realization is priceless. The Harper's Ferry Quarter also plays an important role in educating younger generations. Many who see the coin become curious about the story behind it, leading them to learn more about John Brown, the raid, and the significance of Harper's Ferry in American history. Auction houses and collectors alike keep their eyes open for top-graded examples. With demand growing and supply limited, the value of these coins has continued to rise steadily over the years. This upward trend is fueled by both historical importance and collector enthusiasm. Together, they ensure that the Harper's Ferry Quarter will never fade into obscurity but remain a highly desirable issue for decades to come. It also serves as a reminder to check your pocket change. Many rare and valuable coins circulate unnoticed, and the Harper's Ferry Quarter is proof that treasure can appear in the most ordinary places. Holding such a coin feels like holding a piece of American heritage. It is a reminder of courage and conviction, and of the stories that shaped the nation. That is what makes it more than just money. With its unique blend of artistry, symbolism, and history, the Harper's Ferry Quarter continues to inspire collectors. It demonstrates the magic of numismatics, the ability to capture great moments in small spaces. This coin will forever stand among the memorable issues of the America the Beautiful program, admired not only for its beauty, but for its ability to tell a profound story. And today, the most extraordinary examples of the United States of America Washington $quarter States Harper's Ferry 2016 have been valued at the remarkable price of $62,000. Top 2. The Washington quarter has been a staple of American currency for more than 90 years, and over time it has grown into something greater than a simple coin. It has become a storyteller, a miniature canvas that captures the history, spirit, and pride of the United States. In 2013, the Fort McHenry Quarter was released as part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, and it instantly became one of the most remarkable issues of the series. This coin does more than commemorate a landmark. It celebrates a moment in time when America's resilience was tested and immortalized in song. Fort McHenry, located in Baltimore, Maryland, is forever tied to the War of 1812 and to the birth of the Star-Spangled Banner, our national anthem. On the obverse of the quarter, the traditional portrait of George Washington remains, designed by John Flanagan. Washington's strong profile, paired with the inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," represents the enduring leadership and values of the nation. The year 2013 grounds the coin in its historical sequence, but the true artistry lies in the reverse design, where Fort McHenry comes to life. The scene depicts the fort during its celebrated Defender's Day, complete with fireworks exploding in the night sky, symbolizing the pride and perseverance of a young nation. This imagery ties directly to the historic bombardment of 1814, when the sight of the American flag still flying over the fort inspired Francis Scott Key to write the poem that became the national anthem. The inclusion of the fireworks in the design is striking. They serve not only as a reminder of that battle, but also of how the nation continues to honor the fort each year with celebrations of freedom, courage, and endurance. This makes the quarter both a historical marker and a symbol of living tradition. Collectors were immediately captivated by this design. Unlike many coins that feature quiet natural beauty, the Fort McHenry quarter captures action, energy, and national pride, making it stand out among the other releases of the America the Beautiful series. Millions of these quarters were produced by the Philadelphia and Denver mints, and countless numbers entered everyday circulation. Yet, as always, it is the condition, rarity, and unique variations that determine which examples rise far above their humble 25-cent face value. High-grade pieces, preserved in nearly perfect condition, have become the most sought after. When examined under light, the sharp details of the fireworks, the walls of the fort, and the surrounding scenery shine brilliantly, showing the coin as more of a piece of art than a simple token of trade. Proof versions and silver-proof editions struck by the U.S. Mint for collectors make the design even more dazzling. With mirror-like fields and frosted images, these coins reveal the fireworks and fort in extraordinary clarity, turning the coin into a small treasure of national pride. Error coins have also contributed to the Fort McHenry quarter's fame. A double die strike, off-center image, or unusual minting flaw transforms an already desirable coin into an exceptionally rare and valuable piece. Collectors cherish such anomalies, knowing that no two are ever exactly alike. Auction houses have seen fierce competition for these rarities. Each sale adds to the legend of the Fort McHenry quarter, proving that its appeal goes far beyond ordinary numismatic circles and into the realm of patriotic symbolism. The historic significance of Fort McHenry itself makes the quarter unforgettable. It was here that American defenders withstood a massive British bombardment during the War of 1812, and it was here that the flag, so gallantly streaming, became the symbol of national survival and pride. This connection to the national anthem adds unique power to the coin story. Every time one holds the Fort McHenry quarter, it is as if they are holding a piece of the anthem in their hands, a reminder of the song that unites Americans at every sporting event, ceremony, and moment of national reflection. The motto, E pluribus unum, inscribed on the coin, gains added meaning in this context. From many, 1. Just as the defenders of Fort McHenry came together to protect their nation, their courage echoing through time in the anthem that would follow. The Fort McHenry quarter does not only honor a landmark, it honors the endurance of a people and the pride of a nation that emerged stronger after hardship. This is why collectors and historians alike hold it in such high regard. For numismatists, it is not just about rarity or value. It is about the chance to own a small, tangible piece of the American story. The fireworks frozen forever in silver and copper nickel remind us that freedom was hard-earned and is still celebrated. The Philadelphia and Denver mint marks provide subtle differences for collectors to pursue. Many strive to own both versions, and some extend their search to include the proof strikes and silver proofs to complete their collections. Even casual finders of this quarter in circulation are struck by its design. The lively fireworks and proud fort stand out among ordinary quarters, sparking curiosity and often leading people to learn about the history behind it. For those who have visited Fort McHenry National Monument and Historic Shrine, the quarter serves as a lasting souvenir, a reminder of standing on the grounds where history was made. It is more than a coin. It is a personal connection to a landmark of freedom. The quarter also emphasizes how modern issues can carry just as much emotional and historical weight as older, classic coins. It shows that value comes not just from age or metal, but from the power of the story behind the design. The U.S. Mint's decision to feature fireworks, rather than a quiet landscape, set this coin apart from the rest. It made the Fort McHenry quarter one of the most dramatic and dynamic designs in the America the Beautiful series. Collectors know that with time, the value of this coin will only grow. As more sets are completed and more coins are graded at high levels, the demand for the Fort McHenry quarter continues to increase steadily. Its combination of history, artistry, and rarity makes it a standout example of how coins can be both valuable and meaningful. It proves that numismatics is not only about collecting, but also about connecting with the deeper story of America. Every time this coin changes hands, it carries with it the memory of brave defenders and the anthem that still echoes through generations. That makes it unlike any ordinary piece of change. The Fort McHenry quarter continues to inspire collectors worldwide, reminding them that even in small forms, history can shine brightly. This coin is proof that courage and pride can be captured forever in metal. For those fortunate enough to own a rare, high-quality example, it is not just an investment, but a treasure that bridges the past and the present. It is a symbol of both national heritage and numismatic beauty. And today, the most exceptional examples of the United States of America Washington $quarter states, Fort McHenry 2013, have been valued at the remarkable price of $72,000. Top 3. The Washington quarter has always been more than just a coin. Since 1932, it has represented not only the image of America's first president, but also the evolving history of the nation itself. In 2016, the America the Beautiful Quarters program gave collectors one of the most striking and meaningful issues, the Harper's Ferry Quarter from West Virginia. This quarter is a tribute to a place where history was shaped and where the seeds of change were planted. Harper's Ferry, a small town at the confluence of the Potomac and Shenandoah rivers, became the site of one of the most important events leading up to the Civil War. On the obverse of the coin, the design carries the timeless profile of George Washington. Sculpted originally by John Flanagan, Washington's face has graced the quarter for nearly a century, standing as a symbol of leadership, liberty, and unity. But the reverse of the Harper's Ferry quarter tells a different story, one that digs deep into America's struggle for freedom and justice. It depicts John Brown's fort, the historic firehouse where abolitionist John Brown and his followers made their stand during the 1859 raid. John Brown's raid on Harper's Ferry was an attempt to seize the federal armory and ignite a rebellion against slavery. Although the raid was unsuccessful, its impact was enormous. It intensified the national debate over slavery and pushed the country closer to the outbreak of the Civil War. The building itself, John Brown's fort, became a symbol of courage and conviction. By placing it on the coin, the mint immortalized not just a structure, but the spirit of a man and a movement that would forever alter American history. Collectors quickly realized that this quarter was no ordinary release. It combined artistry, symbolism, and historical weight in a way that few modern coins achieve. It was not just about beauty, but about remembering a turning point in the nation's story. The inscriptions on the coin add even more depth. Alongside the fort are the words Harper's Ferry, West Virginia, E Pluribus Unum, and the year 2016. Each detail ties the coin to its place, its meaning, and its time of minting. Millions of Harper's Ferry quarters were struck for circulation by both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. These coins passed through countless hands in everyday transactions, but only a fraction survived in pristine condition. For collectors, condition is everything. A Harper's Ferry quarter in perfect, uncirculated grade shows off the fort with sharp lines, defined windows, and flawless surfaces. These are the coins that climb rapidly in value at auctions. The U.S. Mint also released proof and silver-proof editions for collectors. These versions are breathtaking, with frosted details and mirror-like fields that highlight every brick of John Brown's fort. The silver proofs, in particular, shine brilliantly, making them prized treasures. Error coins from the Harper's Ferry issue are another source of excitement. Doubled dies, off-center strikes, or misaligned details can transform an already important coin into a one-of-a-kind rarity worth many times its face value. Auction houses have seen strong demand for top-graded examples and error coins alike. Bidders understand that the Harper's Ferry quarter is not just another modern issue, but one tied to a chapter of American history that shaped the nation. The site itself, Harper's Ferry National Historical Park, continues to draw visitors from around the world. Tourists walk the same ground where John Brown made his stand, and the quarter serves as a pocket-sized keepsake of that powerful place. The coin also plays a role in education. Many young collectors, upon seeing the Harper's Ferry quarter, are inspired to learn more about the raid, about John Brown, and about the struggles that defined the era before the Civil War. This makes the coin not just valuable, but meaningful. It connects generations through history, teaching lessons about sacrifice, freedom, and the price of justice. The motto, E Pluribus Unum, inscribed on the coin, resonates strongly here. Out of many, one, just as the divided states of the 1800s would ultimately come together again after the bloody conflict that followed John Brown's raid. Collectors see this quarter as one of the most symbolic issues of the entire America the Beautiful series. It does not just highlight natural beauty or scenic landscapes. It highlights a story of human struggle and national transformation. The Philadelphia and Denver Mint versions each have their own appeal, and many collectors seek both to complete their sets. Others go further, adding proofs, silver proofs, and error coins to showcase the full range of the Harper's Ferry issue. Even ordinary people who stumbled upon the quarter in their pocket change often pause to admire it. The image of John Brown's fort sparks curiosity, and many who never knew the history of Harper's Ferry before have since discovered its importance that in this way. The coin does something few objects can do. It serves as both money and a history lesson, quietly educating the public while circulating in their daily lives. As time passes, high-quality examples of the Harper's Ferry quarter become harder to find. The coins that remain in pristine condition continue to rise in value as demand grows among collectors. Numismatists agree that the combination of symbolism, rarity, and artistry makes this quarter one of the most significant modern issues. It is a coin that will be remembered long after the series has ended. The Harper's Ferry quarter also serves as a reminder that modern coins can achieve great value. It proves that treasure does not always have to be centuries old. It can be as recent as 2016 if it tells the right story and survives in the right condition. Collectors and historians alike cherish this coin because it captures the spirit of America's ongoing journey toward liberty and justice. Holding it feels like holding a piece of that journey in your hand. It stands as a bridge between past and present, between everyday currency and priceless history. That is what gives the Harper's Ferry quarter its enduring magic. For those fortunate enough to own one of the finest examples, the coin represents not only wealth, but also a tangible link to one of America's defining struggles. It is both treasure and testimony. And today, the most extraordinary examples of the United States of America Washington $quarter States Harper's Ferry 2016 have been valued at the impressive price of $62,000. Top 4. The Washington quarter is one of the most iconic coins in American history, but since 2010, it took on a brand new mission through the America the Beautiful Quarters program. Each design highlighted a place that told the story of America, and in 2011, collectors were introduced to one of the most impressive issues of the entire series, the Vicksburg Quarter from Mississippi. This coin is far more than just metal and design. It represents a key turning point in the Civil War, the battle that secured Union control of the Mississippi River. The choice of Vicksburg National Military Park for the 2011 quarter was a brilliant way to honor a site of enormous historical weight. On the obverse, of course, the coin features George Washington's dignified portrait, designed in 1932 by John Flanagan. Washington's strong and steady profile has guided Americans through decades of change, and his presence on this quarter grounds it in tradition. But it is the reverse that captivates collectors and history lovers alike. The Vicksburg quarter's design features the mighty USS Cairo, a Union ironclad gunboat that played a crucial role in the naval operations during the Siege of Vicksburg. The image of the Cairo gliding along the Mississippi River is dramatic, powerful, and filled with meaning. It symbolizes technological innovation, military strength, and the pivotal moments that shaped the outcome of the war. The design also reminds us of the courage and sacrifice of those who fought in the battle for Vicksburg. For 47 days, Union forces surrounded the city, cutting off supplies until Confederate forces finally surrendered. This victory gave the Union complete control of the Mississippi River and split the Confederacy in two. Collectors immediately recognized the artistry of this coin. Unlike many modern issues, the Vicksburg quarter delivers a scene filled with movement, history, and detail. The ship's smokestacks, cannons, and structure are beautifully rendered in miniature form. Inscriptions around the design include Vicksburg, Mississippi, E Pluribus Unum, and the year 2011, ensuring that anyone holding the coin knows its story and origin. The Philadelphia and Denver mints struck millions of these coins for circulation, but as always, not every piece was handled with care. Only those preserved in flawless condition have survived as top-graded examples. Condition is one of the biggest factors that determines value. A Vicksburg quarter fresh from the mint, with no scratches, marks, or wear, will always command more interest and higher bids at auctions. The mint also released collector editions of this quarter, including special proof strikes and silver-proof versions. These coins are breathtaking, with mirror-like surfaces and sharp frosted designs that showcase every detail of the USS Cairo. The silver-proof editions are especially popular because they bring a brilliance and weight that regular clad coins cannot match. In hand, they look like tiny works of art. Beyond beauty, error coins from the 2011 Vicksburg quarter have also fascinated collectors. Misstrikes, double dies, and off-center errors have turned ordinary issues into unique rarities worth far more than their face value. Auction houses and private sales have reported significant interest in these coins, especially in top condition or with rare errors. Collectors are eager to own a piece of both numismatic and historical significance. The connection to Vicksburg National Military Park also adds to the coin's appeal. The park itself preserves battlefields, monuments, and the remains of the USS Cairo, offering visitors a chance to step into history. Holding the coin and then walking the grounds of Vicksburg brings the story full circle. It becomes clear that the quarter is more than currency. It is a keepsake of one of the defining battles of the Civil War. The USS Cairo, now displayed at the park, is one of the best preserved Civil War ironclads in existence. Its inclusion on the coin is a reminder of the technological advances that shaped naval warfare. The Vicksburg quarter also serves an educational purpose. Many people who first saw the design in their pocket change were inspired to learn more about the Civil War and the importance of the battle for control of the Mississippi River. It is coins like these that show how numismatics and history walk hand in hand, connecting collectors to the stories behind the designs. Every detail of the Vicksburg quarter is a lesson. From Washington's portrait on the front to the ironclad on the back, it symbolizes leadership, struggle, and victory. This coin is especially treasured by Civil War enthusiasts, who see it as a tribute not only to a battle, but to the men who lived and died during those 47 difficult days. Collectors often seek out both Philadelphia and Denver Mint examples, along with the proof and silver-proof issues, to complete their Vicksburg sets. A full collection tells the entire story of this remarkable design. The market for these coins has grown steadily as more people realize the importance of the Beautiful Quarters series. The Vicksburg design stands out as one of the most historically powerful. Over the years, pristine examples have increased in value as demand continues to rise. The rarity of high-graded coins ensures that their prices remain strong at auctions. Numismatists agree that the Vicksburg quarter is one of the best designs of 2011, balancing history and artistry perfectly. It has become a must-have piece for any serious collection. It is a coin that reminds us of both the cost of war and the importance of unity. Its presence in everyday circulation brought that reminder into the hands of millions of Americans. And now, in the world of collectors, the United States of America Washington quarter dollar states, Vicksburg 2011 has reached a value that few could have imagined when it was first minted. The most extraordinary examples of this coin have been valued at the impressive price of $77,000. Top 5. The Washington quarter has been a staple of American coinage since 1932, and in 2010, it took on a new life with the launch of the Beautiful Quarters program. One of the very first releases in this remarkable series was the Yosemite quarter, a design that captured the majesty of one of America's greatest natural wonders. This coin, minted in 2010, brought the beauty of California's Yosemite National Park into the hands of everyday Americans. For collectors and nature lovers alike, it quickly became one of the most admired pieces in the series. The obverse of the coin holds on to tradition with the portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. Washington's face has been a constant presence on the quarter for generations, symbolizing unity and leadership. But the reverse of the Yosemite quarter takes us into the heart of the Sierra Nevada. The design features the iconic granite cliff known as El Capitan, one of the most famous landmarks in Yosemite National Park. The image of El Capitan towering upward on the coin is breathtaking. It captures the strength and permanence of nature in a way that no photograph or painting could replicate on such a small canvas. Yosemite National Park, established in 1890, is known for its waterfalls, sequoia trees, cliffs, and valleys. By choosing El Capitan as the symbol for the quarter, the U.S. Mint celebrated not just one rock formation, but the enduring beauty of the entire park. The details on the coin are extraordinary. From the texture of the granite face to the trees at the base of the cliff, the engraving creates a scene that looks alive, despite being struck in metal. Around the reverse design, the inscriptions read, Yosemite, California, E pluribus unum, and the year 2010. Each word ties the coin to its place and its purpose in history. Collectors immediately recognize the significance of this release. As one of the first 5 coins in the America the Beautiful series, the Yosemite Quarter carried both artistic and historical weight. The Philadelphia and Denver mints struck millions of Yosemite quarters for circulation. But as with all coins, not every piece was handled with care. High-grade examples remain the most sought after. Condition is everything in coin collecting. A Yosemite quarter in pristine mint state, with no scratches or blemishes, will always command more attention and higher value than one that shows signs of circulation. The U.S. Mint also produced proof and silver-proof versions for collectors. These editions are stunning, with mirror-like surfaces and frosted details that bring El Capitan to life. The silver-proof version, in particular, adds a depth and shine that makes the design even more impressive. Many collectors see it as one of the most beautiful issues of the early series. Error coins from the Yosemite Quarter are another area of excitement. Off-center strikes, double dies, or planchet flaws can turn an ordinary quarter into a one-of-a-kind rarity worth many times its face value. Auction houses have reported strong demand for top-quality Yosemite quarters, both in mint state and in special proof conditions. Collectors know that these early America the Beautiful issues will only grow more desirable over time. The connection to Yosemite National Park adds even more appeal. The park draws millions of visitors each year, many of whom have held the Yosemite Quarter in their hands as a small reminder of their journey. Yosemite is not just a place of beauty, it is also a symbol of conservation. It was one of the first areas in the United States to be protected for the enjoyment of future generations, and the quarter helps share that message. The coin also serves as a quiet teacher. People who first noticed the Yosemite design in their pocket change were often inspired to learn more about the park and its history. This is the power of the America the Beautiful Quarters program. It connects people to places, reminding them of the landscapes and stories that define the nation. The Yosemite Quarter is especially beloved because it showcases nature's strength. El Capitan rises more than 3,000 feet from base to summit, making it the largest single granite rock formation in the world. Climbers from around the globe travel to Yosemite to test their skills against El Capitan's face. On the quarter, that same rock becomes a symbol of challenge, endurance, and natural wonder. For collectors, the Yosemite Quarter is not just another issue. It is a work of art that captures both history and beauty in a single design. Those who seek out the finest examples often build entire sets of the America the Beautiful quarters, but Yosemite is always one of the shining highlights. The silver proofs remain especially popular, often sold out quickly and now commanding premiums in the secondary market. Even circulated Yosemite quarters, though common, have sentimental value to people who love the park. They represent a place that has inspired artists, writers, photographers, and nature enthusiasts for more than a century. Over time, high-quality examples of the Yosemite Quarter have become more scarce. As collectors continue to hold on to them, the value of the best pieces continues to rise. Numismatists agree that the Yosemite design is one of the most elegant of the 2010 releases. It captures the essence of the America the Beautiful series by blending artistry with meaning. The Yosemite Quarter proves that modern coins can achieve both beauty and lasting value, and that even a coin minted just over a decade ago can become a treasure. And today, the most extraordinary examples of the United States of America Washington $quarter States Yosemite 2010 have been valued at the impressive price of $70,000.